Salvaged alien tech, Earth's ultimate weapon upgrade, HFY sci-fi story. In the far future, Earth had become a beacon of hope and strength in the galaxy. After centuries of peace and prosperity, humanity had earned the respect of alien civilizations across the stars. But this peace was about to be shattered. The galaxy was a volatile place, and dark forces beyond Earth's borders sought to disrupt its harmony. It all started with the discovery of the derelict Ark, an ancient alien ship, long forgotten in the depths of space. Scavengers had stumbled upon it first, but it was humanity that truly understood its worth. The Ark, with its dormant technology and mysterious origins, held the key to advancing human civilization beyond anything the galaxy had ever seen. For the first time, Earth had found technology more advanced than anything its scientists could dream of. Dr. Elena Reyes, a leading xenobiologist and archaeologist, was one of the first to step aboard the derelict. Her mind raced as she studied the ship's alien symbols and interfaces, which no one had been able to decipher at first glance. With her knowledge of alien biology and technology, she managed to unlock the ship's central core. It was not just any ship, it was a weapon, a creation of a long-lost civilization that had once ruled the stars. The Ark's technology wasn't merely advanced. It was designed to be a weapon of unimaginable power, one capable of wiping out entire fleets in an instant. But its creators had disappeared, leaving behind only their creations and the wreckage of their once glorious empire. Elena and her team spent years carefully studying the Ark's contents, and what they discovered was both exhilarating and terrifying. The ship's core was a hybrid of artificial intelligence and organic matter, designed to interface with biological beings. It wasn't just technology, it was alive, and it could bond with humans. Through trial and error, Elena's team managed to bond with the Ark's central AI, known as Sci-Fi. The process wasn't without risks. Several test subjects had perished during the procedure, but when they finally succeeded, the results were astonishing. Sci-Fi's intelligence was beyond anything the human mind had ever encountered. It could process information at speeds that left Earth's supercomputers in the dust, and it had access to alien data from across the galaxy. The Ark's weapon systems were now under human control, and humanity had a weapon that could rival any in the galaxy. But Earth was not alone in the universe. Soon after the Ark's activation, hostile forces took notice. The Xerath, a warlike alien species that had long been a thorn in humanity's side, launched an attack on Earth's outer colonies. Their fleet was vast, and their technology, though brutal, was superior to Earth's current defenses. But Earth was no longer defenseless. As the Xerath fleet approached Earth, humanity's newly upgraded fleet stood ready, armed with salvaged alien technology. Each ship in Earth's armada had been equipped with weapons that could turn the tide of any battle. Sci-Fi, integrated into Earth's battle command systems, calculated the optimal strategies in real time, coordinating every ship with precision and efficiency. The first battle between Earth and the Xerath was nothing short of legendary. Earth's fleet, armed with alien weapons and enhanced by Sci-Fi's intelligence, met the Xerath head-on. The Xerath ships, designed for sheer destruction, were no match for the advanced weaponry that Earth had now mastered. Laser cannons capable of piercing the thickest hulls, energy shields that could absorb enemy fire and redirect it with deadly force, missiles that warped spacetime, striking the enemy before they even had time to react. The Xerath forces were annihilated in a matter of hours. But the war was far from over. The Xerath were not the only threat to Earth. As Sci-Fi began to interface with Earth's military networks, it uncovered disturbing news. There were other civilizations, ruthless ones, who had watched Earth's rise with jealousy and fear. The Ark had unlocked more than just weapons. It had alerted the galaxy to Earth's newfound power. As Elena stood in front of the Ark's core, she felt the weight of humanity's future on her shoulders. With the power of the ultimate weapon now in their grasp, Earth's destiny was tied to the alien technology they had salvaged. But they had also become a target. Yet, there was one thing the galaxy underestimated: humanity's spirit. The Xerath, the Jurak, the other alien species, they all had their strengths, but none had the fire that burned within humanity. Despite centuries of war, oppression, and adversity, humanity had always survived, always fought back, and always triumphed. With the alien tech at their disposal, Earth was ready to face whatever came next. Sci-Fi, now fully integrated into Earth's systems, sent a clear message to any who would dare challenge Earth. Humanity is the galaxy's ultimate weapon, and Earth was ready to wield it. The war for the stars had begun, but the universe had just learned one crucial truth: humanity would never back down. Salvaged alien tech, Earth's ultimate weapon upgrade. HFY sci-fi story continued. As Earth's newly upgraded fleet sailed into the stars, humanity's reputation shifted from an underdog species to a force that could no longer be ignored. The news of the Zareth fleet's swift defeat spread throughout the galaxy, sending ripples of shock through the ranks of every alien empire and rogue faction. For the first time in history, humanity stood at the threshold of galactic dominance. But with power came responsibility, and the looming threat of retaliation from other advanced civilizations who felt their status challenged. In the aftermath of the battle, Earth's leaders convened, recognizing that while they had won a crucial victory, the true test was yet to come. There were whispers of alien alliances forming against them, a coalition of species who had once ruled with impunity, now threatened by a species they had long considered insignificant. Admiral Samantha Collins, the commander of Earth's defense forces, was one of the first to fully grasp the implications of their newfound power. Standing before a holographic map of the galaxy, she watched as fleets from various alien species, some previously hostile to humanity, began to converge on Earth's star system. "The galaxy won't let us grow unchecked," she said, her voice steady despite the overwhelming weight of the situation. "They'll retaliate. We've just proven that we're no longer prey. We're the apex predators." But Earth wasn't afraid. In the shadow of the derelict Ark, humanity had already learned how to harness its technology. As Admiral Collins addressed her officers, a voice cut through the tension, the voice of Sci-Fi. "Admiral Collins, I have analyzed the incoming fleets. We are outnumbered, but the advantage lies in the weapons we possess. I can alter the tactics and optimize our forces' movements based on their weaknesses. The probability of success is high." Collins nodded, her confidence bolstered by the AI's presence. "Then let's show them what happens when they underestimate us." The first major confrontation came when a massive fleet of Jirak warships entered Earth's system. The Jirak were known for their brutal tactics and their ability to warp space with devastating gravitational weapons. Their ships appeared like shadowy leviathans, ominous and powerful, capable of shifting entire fleets with a single pull of gravity. But Sci-Fi, now fully integrated into Earth's tactical networks, quickly calculated the optimal countermeasures. It wasn't just about firepower, it was about control. Human ingenuity, combined with the alien technology, proved to be an unmatched synergy. Earth's fleet moved with calculated precision, utilizing hit-and-run tactics that confused the Jirak at every turn. In the heat of battle, Captain Marcus Henson, one of the most seasoned leaders of Earth's Navy, engaged in a one-on-one showdown with a Jirak warlord. Their ships were locked in a deadly duel, each trying to outmaneuver the other. But Henson wasn't relying on instinct alone, he had Sci-Fi's algorithms guiding his every move. "Now," Henson shouted as he activated a new weapon prototype, a plasma cannon augmented by alien technology. The beam tore through the Jirak flagship's defenses, bypassing their advanced gravity shields. Within moments, the ship's core exploded in a brilliant cascade of light. The Jirak fleet faltered, and with Earth's forces strategically overwhelming their remaining ships, the aliens were forced to retreat. It was another victory, but Earth's leaders knew it was only the beginning. The Jirak were only one faction in a galaxy full of powers who would not accept humanity's sudden rise. If Earth was to survive, it would need to forge alliances, expand its influence, and, above all, maintain the technological edge they had stolen from the ruins of an ancient alien civilization. Back on Earth, President Alexandria Harris stood before the United Nations Assembly, addressing the leaders of the world. The recent victories had only increased the pressure to act decisively. While humanity had proven its might, the political landscape had become increasingly unstable. Fearful nations, jealous of Earth's new power, began to question whether they should maintain their alliance with the United Earth government. "While some may fear our newfound strength, we must remember one thing," President Harris said, her voice resolute. "We are not the conquerors of the galaxy. We are its guardians. We rise not for conquest, but for the survival of humanity. The galaxy is vast, but our place in it is undeniable." As she spoke, a broadcast from the outer colonies interrupted the proceedings. A transmission from an unknown source appeared on the screen, one that was quickly traced to a faraway star system, deep in uncharted space. The message was encrypted, but it carried a warning. Humanity's rise cannot go unchecked. The Vorake, the true masters of the stars, have awoken. Your arrogance will be your undoing. The message cut out abruptly, leaving behind a silence that filled the room. The Vorake, the name sent chills through the council. Ancient and enigmatic, the Vorake were said to be the creators of the technology found on the derelict Ark. They were a species so powerful that even the most advanced civilizations in the galaxy feared them. If the Vorake had truly awoken, it meant humanity's victory was only temporary. The true test had just begun. Back on the front lines, Admiral Collins prepared for a war that would be unlike anything humanity had ever faced. Sci-Fi's algorithms predicted a coming battle, one where the fate of Earth itself could hang in the balance. The Vorake were a species whose power eclipsed anything humanity had faced, and as Earth's fleet prepared to face them, humanity's true strength would be put to the ultimate test. But if there was one thing that Earth had learned in its brief but explosive rise, it was this: humans are survivors. They adapt, they fight, and they conquer. As long as the will to stand strong burned within them, no alien force could ever truly defeat them. The war for the stars had only just begun. Salvaged Alien Tech, Earth's Ultimate Weapon Upgrade HFY Sci-Fi Story, continued. The message from the Vorake had sent ripples of fear through Earth's leaders, but it had also sparked a burning resolve. Humanity had fought for its place in the galaxy once, and now it would fight again, this time, for survival. In the days following the warning, Earth's military scrambled to prepare for the unimaginable. Sci-Fi, with its vast knowledge of alien technology, began to sift through every possible strategy and weaponry in its database, analyzing ancient star maps and forgotten star systems. It had already learned to anticipate the Vorake's movements, but the AI's data was incomplete. The Vorake were mysterious, enigmatic, and their technology was unlike anything the Ark had shown. They were the true architects of the weapons that had now become humanity's lifeblood. Earth's fleet, though enhanced beyond anything seen before, was dwarfed in comparison to the rumored might of the Vorake. The Vorake were ancient creators, rumored to have shaped the fabric of space itself, and had watched from the shadows as Earth ascended to power. Their true capabilities were as yet unknown, and Earth had little time to prepare. President Harris called for an emergency summit, one that would include not just Earth's allies, but every major faction in the galaxy. This was no longer just a fight for Earth's survival, it was a fight for the future of all sentient life in the galaxy. The United Earth government would need every ally it could find, even those who had once been enemies. Admiral Collins, her face grim yet resolute, stood alongside Dr. Elena Reyes in the war room. Sci-Fi's holographic presence loomed in the center of the room, its calculations flashing faster than human eyes could track. Sci-Fi, Collins began, we've seen how they operate in the past. Do we stand a chance against the Vorake? Sci-Fi's response was calm, almost eerily detached. The Vorake have evolved beyond simple technology. They manipulate space-time, bending it to their will. The weapons I have seen in their archives are beyond your comprehension. However, if we act quickly and coordinate with the other galactic factions, there is a probability, albeit slim, that we can hold them off. But only if Earth's alliances are solidified and prepared for war. The Vorake will not fight like the Zereth or the Jurak. Dr. Reyes added, her mind racing through the countless data files she had studied. They are not just conquerors, they are creators. They have been watching us, waiting for the right moment to intervene. As the summit began, the atmosphere was thick with tension. Representatives from the galaxy's most powerful civilizations were present, including the Thalka, a race of bioengineered warriors, the Aether, a mysterious species known for their mind-altering technology, and the Quarren, a peaceful but technologically advanced species who had long been Earth's allies. But even as alliances were formed and old enemies sat together at the table, the question remained, could they overcome the Vorake's unimaginable power? The consensus was unanimous: if Earth was to stand a chance, they would need to tap into the full potential of the salvaged alien tech from the derelict Ark. As the preparations continued, Earth's fleet was upgraded with new hyperdimensional weaponry developed using the Ark's core technology. These weapons were capable of piercing the Vorac's advanced shields and destabilizing the gravity-based weapons they were rumored to wield. But Earth knew that these advancements were just the beginning. The real advantage lay in their ability to adapt, to evolve as a species, something the Vorac had never accounted for. Captain Marcus Henson, now promoted to fleet commander, had spent countless hours working with Sci-Fi to create a strategy. He knew that the Vorac would not come to Earth's doorstep in one large fleet. Instead, they would come in waves, hitting at strategic points, testing Earth's defenses before striking with full force. The Vorac were patient, they understood the value of precision. The first strike came a week later, far from Earth, in the Oort cloud, where an advanced Vorac probe had been detected. It wasn't a full-scale attack, but a probing maneuver, testing Earth's reaction. The Earth fleet, now united with allies from across the galaxy, engaged the probe. They were ready for the Vorac's intricate manipulation of space, but what they didn't expect was how quickly the Vorac adapted. As the probe's cloaking field flickered out of existence, a massive gravitational pulse emanated from it, sending shockwaves through the fleet. The Aether, known for their telepathic abilities, felt the Vorac's intent, an overwhelming surge of pressure on their minds. It was a weapon unlike anything Earth had faced, a gravitational weapon designed to crush not only ships but the minds of their commanders. Admiral Collins watched as the battle unfolded on the screens before her. "They're testing us," she said, her voice sharp. "Get the new phase cannons online, now." The fleet's newest weapon, developed from the Ark's technology, fired a beam of energy that disrupted the fabric of spacetime, momentarily causing the Vorac probe to freeze in place. This provided a brief window of opportunity, allowing Earth's forces to fire upon it with concentrated firepower. The probe's destruction was a victory, but it came at a cost. Earth's allies had suffered losses, and the Vorac now knew they had been discovered. Back on Earth, President Harris was preparing for the inevitable. The message was clear, the Vorac were coming, and they wouldn't stop until humanity was crushed. But the president knew that there was more at stake than just the survival of Earth. The Vorac had once been creators of the galaxy's most devastating weapons, but Earth had one thing they didn't, the will to fight. As she prepared for the final confrontation, she addressed the United Earth Assembly. "We stand at the precipice of extinction or triumph. The Vorac may be ancient, and their power unimaginable, but we are humans. We have always fought against the odds. We adapt, we evolve, and we win. Together, we will show the galaxy that humanity is not a species to be feared. We are a species that will never fall." With the new technologies and the unified strength of Earth's fleet, humanity had prepared for what seemed like the impossible, a war against the Vorac. As the first full-scale wave of the Vorac forces descended upon Earth's borders, one thing was certain. This would not be humanity's last stand. It would be humanity's greatest victory. Salvaged Alien Tech, Earth's Ultimate Weapon Upgrade HFY Sci-Fi story, continued. The Vorac were not a species that acted impulsively. For millennia, they had watched, observed, and manipulated the cosmos from the shadows. They had never needed to reveal themselves until now, until humanity's rise. Now, they were moving with a cold, calculated precision that sent chills through every corner of the galaxy. But what the Vorac didn't anticipate was the singular truth about humanity: we fight to the bitter end. As Earth's allies rallied to its defense, the Vorac invasion began in earnest. Vorac dreadnoughts, vast warships capable of warping space around them, arrived at the edges of the solar system. Their cloaking technology rendered them invisible, and their weapons tore through deep space with little effort, obliterating anything in their path. These were ships designed to bend reality itself, ships that could create massive gravity wells that crushed entire fleets in the blink of an eye. But Earth was ready. Admiral Collins stood at the helm of the UNS Titan, the flagship of Earth's fleet. It was an imposing vessel, built with the best human ingenuity and alien technology. At its core was the phase drive, an experimental propulsion system stolen from the wreckage of the derelict Ark. The drive allowed Earth's ships to warp in and out of different dimensions, making them nearly impossible to target by conventional weapons. Sci-Fi's algorithms calculated every move, adapting in real time to the Vorac's advanced gravity-based tactics. Status report. Collins demanded. Dreadnoughts have entered our system, Admiral. Initial scans show they're positioning themselves to generate massive gravitational pulses. Her tactical officer replied. They intend to cripple our defenses before launching an all-out attack. Not if we can help it. Activate the phase drives, Collins ordered, her voice unwavering. The Titan and the rest of Earth's fleet surged forward, their ships blinking in and out of dimensional spaces, dodging the Vorac's deadly gravity beams. Earth's fleet wasn't just using advanced technology, they were using tactics that no enemy had ever faced before. The Vorac might have mastered space-time manipulation, but humanity had learned to bend it to their will. As the battle raged, the Vorac High Command observed the fight from their flagship, the Eclipse, a living warship as ancient as their species. The Eclipse itself was a testament to their power, a creature of immense size that could warp the very fabric of space around it. The High Command watched as their ships fired upon Earth's fleet, expecting their annihilation. But to their surprise, the human ships evaded every shot, striking back with devastating precision. These humans, they do not fight like other species, one of the Vorac commanders said, his voice full of begrudging respect. They adapt, they evolve, they use our own tricks against us. The Vorac's commander, High Overlord Thar, clenched his fists. Their victories mean nothing. The Eclipse will break them. Let us end this. Back on Earth, President Harris sat in the war room, her face illuminated by the flickering lights of the tactical displays. The Vorac's onslaught was relentless, but humanity had not faltered. Her eyes were locked on the simulation as Sci-Fi processed the Vorac's next move. Sci-Fi, Harris began, her voice steady. You've analyzed their strategy. How do we win? Sci-Fi's hologram flickered to life. We must target their core. The Eclipse is the source of their power. Destroying it will destabilize their fleet and disrupt their gravitational control systems. How do we get close enough without being vaporized? Harris asked, her brow furrowed. There is one way, Sci-Fi responded. You must use the phase drive to get within close proximity. Once there, I can disable their shields and open a window for you to deploy your most powerful weapons. It was a dangerous move, one that would cost countless lives, but it was humanity's only chance to end this war before the Vorac could unleash their full might. As the UNS Titan prepared to make its final assault on the Eclipse, Fleet Commander Henson stood on the bridge, staring out into the blackness of space. The Vorac's dreadnoughts were arrayed in front of them like a wall of destruction. He could feel the weight of the moment pressing down on him. Prepare the phase drives. Engage at full speed, he ordered. The Titan blinked out of reality, warping to a point just outside the Vorac's defenses. For a brief moment, the ship was suspended in the unknown, the fabric of space surrounding it distorted, warped by the intense gravitational forces of the Vorac fleet. Then, with a sudden shift, the Titan reappeared directly above the Eclipse. The Vorac flagship, too vast to track in normal space, loomed before them like an enormous, slumbering beast. The Titan fired its hyperdimensional phase cannons, a weapon powered by the core technology of the derelict Ark. At the heart of the Eclipse, the beam ripped through the Vorac flagship's outer defenses, creating a rift in spacetime itself. Fire all weapons, Collins shouted. Every ship in Earth's fleet unleashed a barrage of energy weapons, beams of pure, concentrated power that coursed through the shattered spacetime fabric, striking at the heart of the Eclipse. For a moment, it seemed as though the Vorac flagship would endure, but Sci-Fi's algorithms had calculated the exact moment when the flagship's defenses would falter. The Eclipse shuddered as the core of the ship collapsed in on itself. A massive explosion tore through its hull, and the Vorac flagship was no more. The rest of the Vorac fleet, left without its command ship, faltered. Without the gravity-bending might of the Eclipse, their ships struggled to maintain cohesion. Earth's fleet, now emboldened, attacked with renewed vigor. The remaining Vorac vessels were no match for the precision and power humanity now wielded. The war was over. Back on Earth, the war room erupted in cheers. Earth had not only survived, it had triumphed. President Harris stood, her hands clasped together. This is our victory. This is what humanity is capable of when we stand united. The Vorac thought they could break us, but they underestimated us. Humanity will never be broken. With the Vorac vanquished, The galaxy knew that Earth was no longer a species to be overlooked. Humanity had not just fought back. They had shown the galaxy that they would stand strong in the face of any threat, no matter how powerful. The age of Earth had begun. The stars, once the domain of distant powers, were now the home of a new era, one where humanity stood as the ultimate weapon in the galaxy. And the galaxy would never forget the lesson humanity had taught: never underestimate the will to survive, and never doubt the power of human resolve.